Okay, so it is Sunday night. It is time for the A to Z. Thank you for being here. Tonight we're talking about DigestZen, the digestive blend, and there's a chat box over there. So if any of you have any questions, please post in the chat box, and I'll try to answer them during this time. Every Sunday night we're here. Next week will be dill, which comes in the sensational kit. I believe it's in the back office, kind of like while supplies last. And that has cumin, dill, spearmint, and tangerine in it, all 5 milliliter bottles. And so that's the only place you can get the dill and the cumin and the tangerine. Otherwise, the spearmint you can buy as a 15 milliliter size. But that will be next week. So this week is DigestZen. And I'm Tamara, by the way, from Our Big Oily Family. So what I usually do is I start by reading from the Emotions and Essential Oils book. So DigestZen is the digestive blend. It is the oil of digestion. Was formulated to support the body's digestive system. It also has a powerful emotional quality for supporting individuals who lack interest in life and the physical world. The individual may have a tendency to, quote unquote, bite off more than they can chew by trying to do too much at once. Who does that sound like? I think we all do that a few sometimes, huh? Where was I now? This overload of information and stimulation may lead to an emotional form of indigestion, where the individual cannot break down life experiences into palatable forms. The soul literally becomes overfed and undernourished as it cannot translate its experiences into a usable form. When the individual is fully overwhelmed and overstimulated, they may lose their appetite for food, life, and the physical world in general. They may become apathetic about their situation and begin neglecting their body's basic needs. The digestive blend combines the powerful oils of ginger, peppermint, and other spices to support the body and the spirit in assimilating new information and events. It increases an individual's ability to receive new information, new relationships, and new experiences, and be open to new possibilities. This blend powerfully aids individuals in digesting life's many experiences. And so the ingredients in DigestZen are ginger. This is the order of how much is in there. Ginger, peppermint, tarragon, fennel, caraway, coriander, and anise. So the emotions addressed are loss of appetite for food or life, inability to assimilate new information or experiences, or overstimulated. And the companion oils, which are the oils, if you didn't have DigestZen, that you might want to choose to use, are rosemary, fennel, ginger, and lemon. Okay. So DigestZen is it's actually one of doTERRA's top sellers because it works so well and it's awesome. This was my biggie. This was one of the first ones that I used because I started with doTERRA because I actually had some stomach problems and it was amazing. It's also known as the tummy tamer. So if you read that on any of the supplements, it says it has a tummy tamer blend. That's what it is. It's just a blend of DigestZen oils. Smells like fennel and anise, so it smells like licorice. I'm not a big fan of black licorice, but I do think it smells really good. And even by smelling it and diffusing it, it is beneficial to your digestion. So this blend was formulated to improve digestive functioning, balance the digestive system, and soothe digestive ailments. It has a multifaceted approach when it comes to digestion, which is nice because all the different oils in it kind of do a specific job for your digestion. Your stomach is really important. Like your gut health is kind of the start of everything. So you got to have your gut health running optimally so that everything else runs optimally. Already said what it contains. So it can be used all 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. So I'm going to go through each oil and why it's put in this blend. So ginger is very soothing to your stomach. It's kind of like a mother hen. It's kind of calming and warming and very nurturing. It's also very alleviating to upset stomachs with nausea and motion, like when you're driving or if you're somebody else is driving and you're reading in the car. I've had that happen a lot. That's not very fun, let me tell you. That's like the worst sort of nausea. I don't know. Pregnancy nausea is worse, but the driving thing is really emotion. Peppermint will counteract things in the stomach that can be invasive. It's cooling and soothing, and it actually improves your circulation. So just like if you applied peppermint to the top of your skin, you get that kind of cooling sensation, right? It does the same thing internally in your stomach. Tarragon. This is very specific to helping with spasming of your gut. Lost my place now. Let me move my notes. No, that was that one. Hang on, I went down too far. Okay, so sometimes the muscles of your stomach are overstimulated, and so what tarragon does is it helps them soothe any of those spasms that happen. It's very good for that, kind of knowing what's causing it and helping it to kind of relieve itself. Fennel is good for helping to increase the gastric motility, so your movement within your gut, as well as the intestines have to contract and move to push the waste through the small and large intestine and then through your colon and then be excreted. So there's like this little scrunching movement that your intestines do to move everything along, and that's what gastric motility is. It's also called peristalsis. So fennel really helps to promote the movement happen more effectively and more consistently, so that it's actually having the movement that needs to happen in the intestines. If you have an overabundance of that scrunching movement and everything's moving through too quickly, fennel will actually help counteract that and bring it back to a normal state. So that's why it's in there. Also, fennel helps to support your liver. The liver is really important to the stomach because it produces bile. That's what that kind of fluorescent green stuff is if you get sick sometimes and you don't have anything in your stomach. Bile is an important part of our digestive system, and it helps to break down the fats. The liver produces the bile, and the gallbladder actually stores the excess bile, and then the bile is released into your stomach. So if you're having stomach issues related to hormonal imbalances that time of month, fennel is really good to help balance your hormones for that too. So it has a lot of different uses when it comes to the health of your digestion. Caraway is the next one. That helps with the spasmings that happen. It also helps counteract those outside things that might affect digestive system as far as like parasites go. And it's also very supportive to excess gas or bloating that can happen in your digestive system. Coriander is really effective with spasming in the gut and helps with any excess inflammation that might be happening in your stomach. It helps relax nervous feelings, which if you think about it, when you get nervous, your stomach kind of tends to go round and round and round and round. I know mine does. And so coriander really helps with that. Anise is very calming and soothing to the muscles of the digestive system. So all those oils together really, kind of have a multifaceted, as I said before, approach to kind of covering everything within your digestive system. So it's a good oil to take with you on vacation. Because a lot of times you go to someplace and what you eat doesn't agree with you, and so then, you're uncomfortable. It's great to use for occasional cramping, bloating, to help get things moving, and pretty much anything to do with your digestive system running smoothly. So for safety, if you have epilepsy, you want to use it with caution. I'm not sure which oil it is in there that is not good for that, but I know there's one, I can't think of what it is off the top of my head, that you shouldn't use because it can actually bring on an epileptic episode. So I think that might be what's one of these in here. If you're using digestion on children or someone with sensitive skin, like pregnant women have more sensitive skin, you want to dilute it to lessen any skin sensitivity. I'd dilute it anyway. You can use it neat. It does say that in the book, but I would just always dilute it on your skin. If you're using it on a young baby, and babies go through a lot of digestive issues because their digestive system is just getting going, you could use one of the oils in this blend. So you could use like just fennel or just coriander, and they'd be very effective for your little one too. So I have a roller bottle. I don't have it out here with me. I didn't get all my stuff out. I have a 10 milliliter roller bottle that in that size, I put like 15 to 20 drops of DigestZen and then fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. I honestly have never taken the oil internally. I just have always used my roller bottle. It's just so simple. Wherever it's uncomfortable on my stomach, you know, lower abdomen, upper abdomen. My husband uses it for that burning sensation in your chest. He just rolls it right on the outside, you know, and within like 2 to 3 minutes, it is amazing how fast it works. Like I said, it was the oil that really got me going and interested to know what all the other ones do, because it really worked, really. Let's see. So if you're having an overabundance of using the bathroom, you'd want to massage it onto your stomach in a counterclockwise motion. So you could roll it on your stomach and then massage it in a counterclockwise motion. Because your intestines, the way they're lined up, they actually run kind of how it runs through your intestines. It runs in a clockwise. So if you are having trouble going, you want to massage it in a clockwise motion. And if you're having that going a little too frequently, you want to massage it the opposite way so that it can help slow it down. Okay, so for upper GI issues or burning sensation in your chest, you can massage over the area of discomfort. You can also use a warm water compress. So if you get a washcloth warm with warm water, put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil on there, put a couple drops of your DigestZen, and then you could lay that over your stomach or your chest, whichever one's bugging you, and it would just kind of help to drive the oil a little deeper for more relief. It helps with circulation in the area if you did that. So for pregnancy-induced nausea, you could use diluted. So like if you had the touch roller, those are great because they're already pre-diluted for both young and old. And you could just whip it out and roll it on your area of discomfort, massage it in, you'd be good to go. Oh, also for pregnancy-induced nausea, so you could use the touch roller and you could massage it along your outer ear up here, because if you think about it, you know, they have those little patches that they use for like motion sickness, seasickness, when you go on a boat or whatever. I don't know what they're called because they're not very useful, but I believe you put them behind your ear because that's kind of your sensory thing. So it says the reason for this is because it helps to balance out the inner ear if you're having balance issues like motion sickness. It's also close to your face, so you're inhaling the oil. So like I said at the beginning, if you just diffused it, you're going to get some benefit from it just by inhaling the aroma. So it's very soothing to your digestive system, and it can help with nausea. You can take this by putting a drop in a shot glass of water and then drinking it down, and then you know, if you don't like the flavor, one of the tips that I heard was to take wild orange, and so mix it with wild orange, because then you get more of the orangey flavor if you don't really care for the licorice flavor. You can rub it on your ankles and feet, which are good areas to help with the digestive system due to the meridians in your body. So that's a good application point. It can be used for seasonal flare-ups and seasonal irritations. So you'd want to rub it around the belly button and over the sinus areas on your face. So up in here. Can be used on your pets. So if your pets have parasites in their digestive system, you can rub the oil on their paws once a day. I do the front paws and the back paws. You'd need to dilute depending on how big your pet was. So like we have a pug that was having some urinary issues, and I made him a blend of, I think I used a tablespoon of coconut oil. It was either one or, I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I think it was just 1. I used 2 drops of, I don't remember now. I know it was 1 drop of frankincense and 2 drops of, wow, I'm going to have to think on that one. I did start out by putting it on his paws, which was okay, but then I wanted to keep him in his crate because I didn't want coconut oil all over my floor. So I ended up, he actually licked the rest of it off my fingers, and so I just kind of took a little scoop out with my fingers and let him lick it up, and it was fine. I had him finish it that way, and that way I didn't have to put it on his feet. So, but the feet are a good place for dogs, and both the oils that I used, it didn't matter if they were taken internally or not, internal usage. So Obviously, if it was not one that was meant to be used internally, you would want to put it on their paws because they can reach those. So there's a whole line of DigestZen products. They don't all necessarily contain the oils, but there's a whole line. There's DigestZen, which are digestive enzymes. So if you've ever used like papaya tablets or anything like that, they're just kind of like that. They have digestive enzymes in them. You can take those once a day. You can take them as needed if you eat somewhere that you don't normally eat, or it's a heavier meal or something like that. I tend to take it just once a day in the morning on an empty stomach. I feel like it just kind of gets my digestion going and ready for the rest of the day. That's the only time that I take it. What else is there? The DigestZen oil comes in a 15 milliliter bottle and also a 5 milliliter bottle if you get one of the kits that has the smaller bottles in it. It has the touch roller, which is already pre-diluted. GX Assist is part of the DigestZen line, and so GX Assist is helps to cleanse your gut. It has caprylic acid in it, so it's really effective at taking care of candida and things like that. That's something. You would want to follow the GX Assist with the PB Assist, which are pre and probiotics together. So you can use the probiotics for like the first 10 days of every month. Or you could take them every day if you want. Probiotics are really good for you, just because it helps keep your gut flora at an optimal level, so everything works really well. Like I said, DigestZen. Zendocrine is part of the DigestZen line also, and that's a really good detoxifying cleansing oil. It comes as the oil in a 15 milliliter bottle, and it comes in the little soft gels that you can take. You could also take a drop and put them in those 2-piece veggie caps that doTERRA has, so that would work there too. Oh, and then there's 2 DigestZen products that I think people get a little confused about. One of them is the soft gels, so those are the ones that are, you know, they just have the blend in them, and then the other one are the chewables, so they kind of look like they're in calcium carbonate. So the calcium carbonate are really for if you think upper GI, so anywhere, you know, in your chest area. Whereas if you need it to get lower into your intestines, you'd want to take the soft gel. So that's the difference between the two, really. The DigestZen soft gel has the essential oil plus extra virgin olive oil in it, so it's diluted already. Yes. So when you need to get it low in your stomach, you want to take that. And then the DigestZen capsule. Yes, already said that. Okay, if you didn't have the soft gel, just like I said with the the Zendocrine, because it comes in the oil form also. If you just have the oil form, you can make the 2-piece gel cap. Put a couple of drops of the DigestZen in it. You could fill it with, fill that one half then with olive oil, or you could take, you know, a little bit of coconut oil and smush it in there and then put the 2 pieces together and take it that way. That's a really cost-effective way to do it, because those little veggie caps, I think doTERRA sells them. They're like $4 for 160. I know you can find them probably at your, you know, Rite Aid or Bartell's or something along that line. I know you can find a whole bunch on Amazon too. That's just a really good cost-effective way of doing that if you want to use it internally. Part of the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the multivitamin and mineral and the omega-3 fish oil and the Alpha CRS. The Alpha CRS contains the DigestZen blend. Again, that's what's, it says it has the tummy tamer blend in it. That's what's in it. And I already said that. If you didn't care for the aroma of DigestZen, you want to add wild orange to it to help mask it. So that is all I have. I don't have any like diffuser blends or recipes or anything like that to use with it, other than my favorite way is to put it in a roller bottle and just, you know, I have one in my purse. There's one in my husband's truck. He's got one in his bag to go to work. You know, they're super nice to have. I gave my son a bottle of the Digest, the chewable ones, to take. He's graduating from the university, and so he's bought himself a trip to Ireland So he's super excited to go. Anyway, and I'm like, well, dude, you're going to go over there and it might be a little different food, so take these. Anyway, he's already finished them, so now I have to buy more, and he hasn't even gone to Ireland yet. So, yeah, so that's all I have. Again, next week is dill, and that can just be found in the Sensational Oil Kit in your back office. It's under while supplies last, I think, or something like that. Yeah, so thanks for being here, and if you're watching the replay and you've used DigestZen in a different way, please post it in the comments below, and we will see you next Sunday. Have a great rest of your evening.